Welcome to SGL Spiritual Guide and Light. This is a collective reading. Take what resonates with you, take what does not resonate with you. Store that in your safe deposit box. Use it for when you need it, especially when you have a deja vu, or when you're at a standstill of making a decision if you should go to the left or to the right. Just simply stand still. Alright? A decision that needs to be had, or movement that needs to be had. Alright, so let's see what's the center of your reading. If you are feeling generous, you can CashApp me at $@SGL. Alright? If you didn't get that, you can look in the description box. It should be available to you there. Also, you can go to the YouTube channel, and there you will find a lot of your collective and general readings. So we have the Hermit and the Two of Pentacles as the center of your reading. Okay? You could be isolating yourself because the sense of loneliness, and you know how certain people don't want to put that energy on other people, but you're trying really hard to establish a connection. You may be feeling overly committed of getting out there, of trying to make connections, and it's not working, and you're overwhelmed. This is time for you. Literally before I started your reading, I literally got off of social media and was like, I got shit to do. Right? So it's time for you to get things organized, okay? You're having a difficult time keeping everything together. You may be feeling overwhelmed with your schedule, with bills or perhaps more. Turn down events or plans that aren't aligned with your needs and goals, okay? Only bite off as much as you can chew and prioritize what's important. Don't overinvest in things that aren't important. If you are neglecting home for work, then maybe it's time for a switch. Okay? Be sure to connect with those around you. So even if you still show up, like, this is kind of like, you know how everyone gets that friend? Only reason I've been this friend before, where I've been in a relationship and I've isolated everyone else around me and devoted myself to the relationship. And when the relationship was no longer, when the relationship was over, I looked around and realized, yeah, my family was still there, but that strong bond that was there with, other associates and friends that I had, it wasn't like that commitment was gone. It was kind of like I let them down, right? And then I had to experience it happening to me. Someone whom I thought, understood, they we communicated this and they said, yeah, they understood. And then they turned around and gave me a taste of my own medicine. So with that being said, it's kind of like as you are working on yourself or getting things prioritized, and trying to remove this overwhelming feeling, whether that's just mental or you're just overwhelmed in space, and you want to feel alive again, with the Hermit in reverse of feeling lonely. No one wants to feel lonely. Maybe you're isolated, and this isolation is healthy, but yet, there's some sense of a misfit in a way of needing company and wanting company, but the company that you're seeking is not a good suit for you right now. It's like you need to prepare for when that company arrives, you'll be ready. Right, that's the center of your reading. Let's see what other messages come out for you. We have truth be told. Oh, it's saying, tell people, it's saying, speak that you're lonely. No one knows that you're lonely. So that's why it's saying be sure to connect with those around you and be flexible. Yeah, and be flexible. It's kind of like you still can get stuff done. You still can focus on yourself. But it's kind of like someone is still feeling overly committed. I feel like that sometimes. Don't listen. Some moments I feel like when I don't demand attention, I get attention. But when I'm demanding attention, I'm not getting attention. I get attention, but not the attention that is overrated. Like, I can identify who I know is committed to me and who I know is not committed to me. And then there's some that I'm like, I don't understand why we're not communicating. And sometimes I reach out, but then all of a sudden, then I feel like a misfit. Like, why am I reaching out to someone who doesn't deserve an apology? They should be calling me. And this is just a regular, fling thing. Like, hey, it's like, no, maybe we shouldn't talk anymore. It's because, I appreciate someone who can say, you know what, I think that we should not communicate because this could be toxic. Right? I'm also getting that someone is addicted to toxicity. When I was like, why am I talking about this? So yeah, someone's addicted to toxicity in the sense of someone doesn't know. It's like someone has to put their self in a situation. That's how someone is reeling in people, by isolation. Someone's going to be realizing how a majority of people who are busy and making it seem like they're flexible and and like everything's in order and they're playing the role and they're acting, they're truly sad and lonely just like you. I'm getting, once you get out of that loneliness, isolation, that's when you're able to see. Yeah. Once you really press the mark and really get into your lingo here and getting organized and getting out of being disorganized with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and no longer feeling overwhelmed. Once you get exercise that and get out of that, you're going to be able to identify those who are lonely. That's why some of you are not getting the attention that you want. It's because those who have excelled, those energies, those emotions, they can identify. Like, oh, I remember, okay, this person is not this person is in a dark place and they don't see it. Some people can see it. Yeah, imagine. It's like you are giving people the false imagery that's not real, and people can see it with the truth be told. But you can also see the hard work. It's like you are a work in progress. It's not like you're just stagnant here. And for whoever feels like you're a misfit, release that. Because you are not. You're true. You're real. You're not holding a mask. Yeah, you're valuable. All that glitters here. You're not, like I said, you're not wearing a mask. The center of the reading is earth energy, grounding. So grounding is definitely going to be needed. For some of you who are just stepping into your spirituality, your awakening, and you just started listening to your readings. And so grounding is kind of like releasing, practicing gratitude, letting go of heaviness, letting go of negative thoughts, being kind and gentle to yourself. That's how you ground yourself. For some of you, it is spending time with nature. It has to do with meditation. And it also has to do with being real and being present and accepting what is. and releasing what is, so that you can continue to extend your growth. Alright, what other, the Nine of Swords. I'm not getting nightmares. I'm getting someone doesn't want to sleep alone anymore. Yeah, the Three of Swords. Your ex is thinking of you, are those who have broken your heart and caused you sleepless nights, why you isolated yourself in your point of your sadness and your loneliness, right? And getting treated like the black sheep. The tables have turned where their hearts are broken. The miss of the presence of you, it's like someone sitting here going like, dang, I only did this to try to give this person tough love to become stronger, because life wasn't given to me easily type thing, right? Because it's being clarified, the Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles. It's like your loved ones are slowly trying to come in with an offer here. And it's like, it's what you've always imagined of what you may want family to be, or what you want friends to be, or it's your dreams, not your nightmares. Because I believe this Nine of Swords were unexpected things that happened in the awakening. Like, you weren't sleeping, with stuff that was happening, but I do believe you were having some interrupted dreams, so it was kind of like, where it connected the dots when certain events happened in your life in the past. It was kind of like, it's definitely jealousy here, but you were able to work through that jealousy. You were able to identify your own jealousy within yourself. It's like someone was jealous of their own selves. Someone was lost in their thoughts. Someone is getting ready to inherit young energy. You're going to get energy and drive again. So far we have air sign, earth. And water. The Five of Cups. I'm also getting that someone with this Nine of Pentacles, whatever this is in the past, this is like someone saying, I'm going to do this. False promises. So continue to focus on moving forward. It's kind of like it's advising you not to stop. Like, say someone comes to your house or calls you and they're like, hey, I want to do something. It's like, it's not the right time or whatever. I'm going to have to take a ring check on this. It's like you got to put them on the back burner. Matter of fact, do not put them on the stove, because if you don't have insurance, these are some motherfuckers that like to, excuse my language, like, they're coming in as if there's good intention. And I know for some of you, that's what I wanted to talk about. When I get off of this, I'm going to come back on and I'm going to talk about this. Because I had even questioned, I was like, okay, I don't know if I want to keep doing readings, is because it felt like every reading had to do with almost the same cycles or the same energies or whatever. And the message that I received was that every reading is not for the same person every day. Even though people can come and listen to your readings to get your confirmation and clarity, or to see what energies is out there. For instance, this reading this could be energies around you. This could be your mom experience. This could be your father experience. This could be your brother, your sister, somebody at work, your employee. This doesn't necessarily have to be you. So a lot of people get caught up, and I needed that clarity. because I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to keep doing readings, because where is the happiness and the joy? There is happiness. It in this reading, there is a lot of happiness, and there's a distraction that's trying to come in to take you back into being lonely and isolated and sad again and overwhelmed, being committed to isolating yourself so other people can feel bigger, because as long as you're not on the scene, or as long as you're not making yourself available or shown, these other people can shine. It doesn't, what they've done to you in the past, it doesn't hit them in their faces. But for the most part, you getting yourself together really shows you how disorganized other people are. With the Emperor here, taking your rightful place and being firm about it and unapologetically. Okay, let's get overall direction. But yeah, I will be discussing about readings. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. That's why I be telling myself, I'll be like, don't say it, because if I don't do it, it's because I don't want to. And it's not that, it's just some things we're not supposed to always try to resolve or come to the most layman terms for individuals to understand, because if someone just gives you the answers, it's like, you know, yes, there's cheat codes and all these things to things, but there is, you know, I'm a different kind of reader. We have the Seven of Wands. Okay, the Seven of Wands deals with challenges, protection, as well as competition. Okay, as well as perseverance. So, like I said, as long as you're not on the scene, they don't feel like they have no competition, right? I really feel like this is someone starting from the bottom to the top and starting all over. For some of you who don't have any financial worries and you are secure and, you know, it's just you're living life or whatever, it's more so of you are a type of curator of the new. It's like you have this energy, this drive, and you take up space. And as long as you're not present, you know, other people doesn't have to feel like they're in competition. But the direction here is two ways. For those of you who are playing the game, there is some sense of reminding yourself that you don't have to wear a mask, right? It's okay to tell people, you know what, I'm not in a good place, I feel sad. For some of you, you're not going to know why you're feeling sad. You're not going to know why you're feeling overwhelmed. For some of you, you may be feeling like you know exactly what you need to do, but there is someone else's energy invading your space. And I totally can relate to this energy, because literally all week, I'm like, okay, I need to do some readings, and then I'm very particular and I'm very sensitive when it comes to doing my reading, especially if I'm being bombarded by other energies that I didn't welcome. And I'm like, oh, I can't do readings because I don't want those energies to be transferred to you guys. So I know how it feels, and you can, this heavy feeling is kind of like, you know, I'm not sad, I'm not lonely, what's going on? You know, let me rest. And then I rest and I'm like, I'm not even tired. What is going on? It's because it's like, this is how you know that the people who've broken your heart, when you all of a sudden are feeling low and down, it's because they're in high vibrations. And when you're in high vibrations, they're in low vibrations. You're still attached. Okay? Well, with that being said, you may be feeling like you're struggling, you know, for some of you. And for some of you, that struggle can be with, you know, keeping your name on the top of the game. Keeping, you know, being the most hot, being part of what's going on. For some of you, you're really trying to find this direction, and it's like you're accepting that you have to use your strength to get done what it is that you're trying to get done, whatever the matters of the heart is. Okay. But for the most part, stop beating yourself up, because your mind can make you not feel good. Okay? All right. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you and I.